Hey guys, Matt Hoots here with SawHorse, and I want to go over why my family chose to go with a heat pump dryer. More importantly, we decided to go with a combo unit, which is a washer dryer combo, and we'll talk about why this is probably the best decision if you're looking at efficiency per cubic space, and also something safe for your house. So this message is for a client. They're trying to decide like what type of washer and dryer to go with. Right now, they've got a side-by-side washer and dryer. I'm not in their house. I'm actually, their house is being framed on another client's house, and you can see that I've got this section right here. This is where we're exhausting out the clothes dryer. So with a heat pump unit, you don't have to worry about that. But that's not why I'm trying to sell you on this right now. It's one of the reasons, but so with the heat pump technology as part of the dryer, what it does is it sucks the moisture out of the clothes. It's more of a dehumidification process, and it allows a little bit of heat to go in there. But some of the benefits of this, one, it's gentler on your clothes. It doesn't have to, you're not relying on heat to dry out the clothes. You're just relying on dehumidification, a little bit of heat, so it's gentler. The clothes are going to last longer. For my house, the reason we decided to go with it, so the first reason is gentler on your clothes. The next reason that we decided to go with it, in a typical either a gas or electric unit. With gas, you've got a flame in there, and again, flames can cause fire. But in our house, we actually almost burned our house down because of a electric dryer. What happens is inside the unit, that lint can get built up in different parts of the unit, and it got built up right near one of the resistance coils, which is actually where it's providing the heat to dry the clothes. Well, that caught fire. Luckily, we shut it down quickly, cleaned it out, kept on using it. It was something that I needed to check every year. Well, this is something we don't have to worry about with the heat pump technology, because the heat pump, again, it's just like the outdoor unit on your house. It's just like the air conditioner. It's removing moisture, and it doesn't necessarily heat up to the point where it actually can reach a flash point like you would with a typical resistance or gas dryer. So first two reasons, again, it's about extending the life cycle of your clothes and also for safety. So those are probably the most important reasons if you care about none of the other things. Now, I want to dispel a myth real quick. A lot of people believe that heat pump dryers take a lot longer. Now, if you're looking at a standalone unit, the answer is yes, it can take longer than a traditional unit. So if you're not worried about safety and you want that efficiency of time, yes, a heat pump dryer is going to take a little bit longer. However, what I want to point out now is if you take two combo units, so in our house we have a combo unit, so it washes the clothes, immediately goes into the dryer cycle. So let's just do the math real quick. So if you're looking at a regular washer, probably takes about 60 minutes. Same thing on the heat pump dryer combo is about 60 minutes. Now, this is for a larger load. I'm basically using math for larger loads. Now, if you're looking at a regular dryer, again, for a large load, if you're doing towels, it takes about 60 minutes. Now, if you're using a heat pump dryer, probably take up to 90 minutes or so. So you're looking at 30 minutes longer for the complete cycle. So I'm pointing out that if you take a traditional washer dryer that's side by side, replace it with two combo units. So basically it's a washer and dryer in one. If you're going to do a complete load, it's going to take 2 hours approximately, plus or minus, to do it with just the traditional unit. Now, you can do twice as many clothes in 2 hours and 30 minutes, because if you do a washer and dryer, you put it in, it washes the clothes, immediately dries them, takes about 2 hours and 30 minutes. So you're actually saving about 1 hour and 30 minutes of time for the same amount of space. Now, obviously, if you're doing a side-by-side comparison, if you're doing a washer and then a heat pump dryer right next to it, it's going to take 30 minutes longer. But what I'm trying to promote, especially because we've tried it out in our house, we've had it for about a year now. My family loves it. It works great. The combo unit. So you take it, does the washer cycle, immediately goes into the dry cycle. So I've got a complete review of the one that we did in the comments below, so you can see how that one works and how we like the filter and whatnot. It's easier to get to, much better than our last unit. So again, if you're just looking from a time perspective, for the same amount of volume, if you go with those combo units, it's actually it's an hour and 30 minutes faster. So let's talk about efficiency. So with the heat pump dryer, I don't need this anymore. So basically what it does is the only thing I need is, this is the wash box. All I need is a drain. So what happens, there's a pump inside it. It's a heat pump, but also just there's a reservoir. As it's dehumidifying the clothes, all that water condenses, goes into a reservoir and it pumps into the drain. So I personally like that because when we're designing these tight, high-performance houses, one of the challenges is makeup air. So when I've got a regular dryer, you've got air coming out of here. So let's say it's 50, 100, 200 CFM, whatever. It depends on what kind of dryer you have. That's air that's being sucked out of the house. So you're taking air that you've paid to condition through your heating and air system, whether it's during the winter or the summertime, and you're basically just sucking it right out in order to dry your clothes. Now with the heat pump technology, I don't have to worry about that. I can eliminate that, and I'm saving money on heating and cooling because it's not necessarily sucking all that conditioned air out of the space. Well, what comes out or what gets sucked out of the house, we also have to have makeup air coming in at the same time. So in our projects, like for this one, because this is a high performance house, we are sucking air out of the house, but we're bringing in that makeup air through the ERV. It's a self-balancing ERV. So it can detect, like, hey, I've got negative pressure inside the house, and I'm bringing that extra air into the ERV. Do most people do that? Absolutely not. So what happens when you're running when you're drying your clothes, you're sucking all the air out. And if you have an older house, it's coming through the crawl space, it's coming through the attic, it's coming through windows, all the cracks and crevices in your house. So you're not bringing in filtered air, you're bringing in that nasty air from the outside, depending on where you live. It's if there's pollen season or if it's there's a lot of pollution outside. You want to make sure that you're bringing in air that's filtered and conditioned before it comes inside the house. So got a little bit of energy penalty right there. The other nice thing about the heat pump dryer that you don't have to worry about with the standard room right here, this one, again, we've hard piped this all the way to the outside. The challenge is you need to keep on cleaning it. So what happens, lint can build up in there if you don't clean this ever so often. It's going to build up in there, potentially start fires. If there's too much of a buildup there, it can also cause a buildup of moisture inside your unit. Smells, doesn't work as good. So, I forgot to mention earlier with the combo unit. So we used to have a front loader washer, and then we also had a regular dryer, side by side, just standard technology. Well, I know everyone complains about the front loader washers smelling because moisture builds up inside that ring. You've got to wipe it out, or some of those little weep holes inside there get clogged. With the combo unit, what happens, since it immediately goes into the dry cycle, it pulls all the moisture out of the washer, and you don't have that nasty smell at the very end of it. So our towels smell better, and in general, our clothes don't have that musty smell because they were going through that rinse cycle in a regular washing machine. So that's one of the things that my family has given me feedback on. Like before I made this video, I was like, hey, give me honest feedback. Do you like it? And they said, yeah. In general, we do like it. I just take a little bit longer. But the one thing that my wife likes about it is that she says she can set it and forget it. Because we used to have to plan our activities around washing clothes or drying clothes. We didn't want to leave it and come back and our house is burned down. So we can actually trust that we can put a load in, we come back from the movies or going out to dinner, come back and all our clothes are clean and they're dried. The only downside is they're not folded, but I don't think any of the dryers out there actually fold your clothes right now. So that's a con for both units until we get that technology. So I do like that. And also at night, a lot of times if you start a washing machine load at night and it's really late, you got to stay up, put it in the dryer before you go to bed. That way, you don't have to worry about the clothes starting to become sour on you. If you put it in that combo unit, you put it in at night, it washes the clothes, immediately starts going into the dry cycle. The only downside that I heard from my family, the feedback, and it really isn't, they said you just can't leave it in there too long. And I asked how long is too long. They say, well, if you leave it in there over a day, it starts to wrinkle up a little bit. You can have the same issue with a regular dryer. So that's probably a negative for both units. So let's talk about the savings aspect of this. So the heat pump technology is more energy efficient. So you're going to use less energy to dry your clothes than you're going to do with some of the resistance or gas technologies out there. So you're saving money right there. But also with the heat pump technology, you don't have to pay to put this in. Now we hard pipe all of ours, so that costs a little bit more than those flex lines. Again, that's so you can maintain it over time. But if you say, hey, I'm definitely going to use this heat pump technology forever, we don't have to put one of those in. You're going to save potentially hundreds, if not over $1,000 on something like that. That's money you can apply to the cost. That's money that you can apply to the cost of your system. Again, since you're not producing as much heat, like I said earlier, That's where the energy efficiency comes along. With this, you also don't have to worry about makeup air, especially because we try to use zonal makeup air, so I don't have to bring a fresh air supply into the space for it just to be pulled back out. That's some additional ventilation savings that you're going to have. And one of the things that I noticed when we bought our unit is when I went to go install it, I was looking for that 30 amp plug. It was only a 20 amp plug. So our washer and dryer, because of the energy efficiency, only needed a 20 amp plug. I don't know actually how many amps the whole system would take, but it was just a standard outlet that it plugged into. So I was really impressed with that we did not have to upgrade or add additional electrical for our unit. Everything that was there in place, that was just there for the washer, worked for the washer and dryer. So if you're going with the gas system, again, there's several different things you have to worry about with the gas system that you don't have to worry about with this one. Some savings there. You don't have to worry about potential fire in there. So again, typically you put smoke detectors and we put carbon monoxide detectors around the house per the code. Now, if you have any gas appliances in certain areas, I generally ask our clients to incur the cost of putting extra safety protection in those areas. I don't have to put one of those in the laundry room now because we don't have that. And also, you don't have to, if you're going all electric on your house, you don't have to pay for that gas line coming into the house. If you only have one appliance in your house and it's a dryer, I had a client that had that recently. They just had a gas dryer because they love the way the gas dryers felt. You are paying that monthly fee just to have a meter, just to basically dry your clothes. So again, if you go all electric, eliminated all the gas inside your house. And in our house, we went with the heat pump water heater. We also went with the induction cooktop. And just recently, our furnace died, so we were able to put in a Mitsubishi mini split heat pump, ducted, and that's been working out great so far. I've got another video that I'll probably be creating on that, just to kind of show you the old system plus the new system. But for us, getting rid of the gas was not necessarily. I mean, you do have your environmental benefits, but I was looking at my personal environment. You know, what are some of the things that I can do to make my family safer? And having that natural gas, especially combustion and open combustion inside the house, is a safety feature. It's potentially burn your house down, but also affects the indoor air quality. So those are things I don't have to worry about in my house now because we've done all electric. But I'm not telling you to go all electric just for the sake of going all electric. Go all electric if the technology is better. And in our case, every time we've made a choice to replace something with gas, we've gotten something that is superior in performance and also superior in energy efficiency. So I'm not ever asking my clients to compromise. If there truly is a better gas option for somebody, I'm going to say, hey, gas is a better option. Definitely consider that. But in our case, every choice we've made to go all electric, eliminate the gas from our house, has made sure that our family's safer, and we're looking at something that's more energy efficient and performs better. So it's 2025, and that's definitely the way to go. Thanks again. See you guys next time.